Hey YouTube, me again. I wanted to talk about a couple of things that went on in the last week. This week has been absolutely crazy. I even had one day, a day and a half off of work this week, and I still felt like it was the longest week on the planet. That just never ended. We were so short-staffed at work. Like, when everyone shows up, we're like 21 people short. So it was insane. I was sent all over Hell's Half an Acre, and yeah, stressful. Stress. Look at the stress it. Look at it. No, I actually popped that one already. But I did a burlesque gig on Tuesday night. It was Burle-oke. It's a singing competition where the singers get paired up with a burlesque performer. And it was so much fun. I had a great time. Didn't get paid that much, but it's a life experience, and I met so many great people who hopefully I'll get to share the stage with again. And some of them perform with some really big burlesque names. And the fact that I get to share the stage with people who share the stage with people like Tigger, and I don't know, it was just really crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. And they all really seemed to. We all enjoyed each other's company. We got along like we'd known each other for years, and we were just having way too much fun to really even care who won or lost. But I ended up taking second place with my singing partner, which is awesome. So, was not expecting to do that well at all. I thought I was going to get eliminated in the first round. I thought I was going to be done. I was facing people who had years of experience on me, so to even make it as far as I did was a total honor. And everyone was so gorgeous, and it was such a lovely time. And yeah, I had a blast. That said, really glad I took the next day off, because I was so sore and so tired. I really needed that extra sleep. But awesome. Hoping to do it again sometime. My goal is to get to the point where instead of doing like one burlesque show a month, which is what I've been doing right now, I want to make connections and network to the point where I'm getting one gig a week. That'd be great. If I could do one burlesque gig a week, maybe even more, I'd be a happy camper. I'd feel like I'm making headway in that field. Sorry, I haven't done my makeup at all. So, normally Saturdays are my social days. They're where I go out and have fun with friends. But all of my friends are busy today because there's a lot going on this weekend. There's AwesomeCon DC, which is a DC comic convention. I don't know how long it's been going on, but this is the first I've ever heard of it happening. So some of my friends are there. There's the Pirate Invasion, which is happening in Fells Point in Baltimore, and a lot of people I know are going to be there. It's basically a bunch of people dressed up like pirates and do like a bar crawl, I'm guessing, but it's like bar crawl times 10 bajillion. So that's interesting, and I might dip down there later, but I don't want to go alone. Something about going to Baltimore by myself scares the shit out of me. Anyway, like Burle-oke in Baltimore, I even went with a friend because I don't trust Baltimore. No offense to anyone from Baltimore, I'm sure you're great people, but there are also some pretty terrible people in Baltimore. My hair is just pissing me off lately. Like, I love the color now because I fixed it. I dyed it again. But the sides of it just like poof out. And then I have a huge cowlick on this side that if I don't spread it out like that, it makes like my head flat in the back, but if I don't spread it out, it looks like a camel fucking made out with the back of my head. It's horrible. Unless it's like soaking wet, then it behaves, but it just doesn't want to behave right now because it's growing out and it's grumpy. So I've just been trying to deal with it the best I can. But I made this video because I'm planning on making a makeup tutorial. I'm probably going to try and film it today. So after I get a makeup case, because the one makeup case I have is like that big and it holds like nothing. So, and now that I have a bunch of MAC products and a bunch of really big stuff, I need to get like a new case to hold it all in. that's going to be organized and not going to get eyeshadow everywhere and whatever. So, but before I film that, I wanted to show you guys the new coat I got. This I got from Wet Seal last night. A friend of mine, her two friends and I went to Bowie Town Center and we walked around in the rain, and there was a Wet Seal down there that had 60% off clearance, and I was like, oh cool, let me go in there and see if I find anything. I normally don't buy from Wet Seal. I have like 2 long sleeve shirts from them, like basic long sleeve t-shirt things from them, and they're great. So I was like, hey, if I can find something, fuck it, whatever. And I ended up seeing a bunch of like coats because it's starting to get warmer outside. It's cold today because it rained last night, but it's starting to get warmer outside. Springtime is finally coming, so they're selling off all of the coats. And some of the stuff in these clearance racks, I mean, it was like between $1 and $5. Like, it was insane. They had like, you know, accessories for as low as 30 cents. It was ridiculous. And I saw this coat, and I tried it on to make fun of it, because I'm not normally one to wear anything with pink on or near it. And this does have pink in the plaid, but originally I tried it on to make fun of it, just because look how ridiculous this coat is. But let me move my chair so you can see. The length is actually freaking perfect for me. I've been looking for a coat this length for a really long time. It's got pockets, it's nice and warm, but it's not too stuffy, because I do have a wool coat, and my wool coat is very, very warm, but it's also really big and bulky, and sometimes it's just a little bit too warm, so I needed something that was more in between for those chilly days, but it's not quite too chilly. It's got a little tie here, and I haven't decided if it looks better as a bow or as like a half bow. Haven't decided that yet, but I love that it's cinched at my natural waist, which never happens because I have a really high natural waist. So it cinches at my natural waist. It's got this great ruffle thing going on, and I just absolutely fell in love with how it fit. I wasn't crazy on the pattern because it had pink, and the pink kind of clashes with the red in my hair, but it's growing on me, and I absolutely am in love with how it fits. It fits so well, and I was like, oh wow, great. So I looked at the price. This coat used to be $40 when they sold it. It was $40, which granted isn't that expensive to begin with for a coat, but it was marked down to $5. $5 for a mid-weight, like woolish looking, fleecy feeling coat. It's really comfortable. It feels like a fleece blanket. And it's $5 for what feels like wearing a fleece blanket. So I could not resist. I caved and I bought it. It was, with tax, it was $5.30. So I feel really thrifty now because I spent $5.30 and got this amazing coat. So now it's your turn, YouTube. Have you ever gotten something for a steal? Because this was a steal. Like, coming from a person, as you guys know, who spent $300 on a dress before, this is super cheap. So, have you ever bought something for really, really cheap? Or even better, have you bought something where you thought it was going to be more expensive than it ended up being? Any crazy stories like that, share them, leave a comment or video response in the box below. I will read and watch all of them. In the meantime, I'm going to go and do something so I'm not stuck in the house all day, because I'm starting to get like cabin fever-y a little bit. I'm by myself, and the ferrets have been played with. They're going to sleep. So I'm going to go enjoy the slightly cool weather in my new shiny coat. So I will see you guys for hopefully the makeup tutorial next time. And I hope you guys have a great day. Toodles.